you have to have this also filed with the city of Gardena, you know, and you don't have to do that 9A over there, you know. And it's funny because certain parts of the city of Gardena requires earthquake shut-off valves, and certain parts of it does not. And they go by the map. Okay, well, they go by the Thomas map, and so again, my particular property didn't have to have a shut-off valve, but again, you have to find that out if you're gonna do business over there in Gardena, guys. Okay?
Like Pomona doesn't require the retrofit.
They do not, huh?
No.
Okay.
They don't.
Kern county too.
What?
Kern.
Kern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing more than
Okay. All right, well, guys, again, if you ever doing business like that way, come see me, you know? Go ahead.
If you, this is just, if you have I mean, there's a property somewhere up north, you would like to list that property?
Up north?
Like San Francisco or Crocodile?
You can.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but,
You can, right?
yeah, you could if you want to.
It's easy, right? I mean,
Right.
Paul did that many times, Paul.
Yeah.
You listed
Anyway,
outside
Yeah.
our area, right?
If you're making enough money, jump on that plane and go see it, right?
Yeah.
That's how you
You
do
read
it.
that, you read that trip up.
And you ready that trip up, you know?
I'm almost closing a warehouse deal in Atlanta.
And Georgia, yeah.
Okay.
No warehouse. Oh, commercial.
Commercial. Yeah. So I just go make the deal first and then the paperwork follow.
I see.
So it was a handshake deal, huh?
All right, anybody else? I know when I was traveling to South Carolina, the guy that rented me the car, you know, the guy behind the counter there, we was talking, and he said, you know, I gave my car because he was so helpful. I said, hey man, this is what I have. And he just said, you know something, I'm thinking of buying me a house right now in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I said, okay, well, let me get your information and let me refer somebody to you. I mean, we can sell real estate anywhere and any time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
We just got to be able to just talk to people.
yeah, but you're not licensed, right?
I said refer, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they,
Yeah, I said
yeah,
refer.
yeah.
Yeah, because I couldn't do business in North Carolina, it's right, you know? But I can refer all day long,
Right.
you know, so that's what we
Well,
do.
Paul actually got your license in Georgia, right? You went through the
Yeah.
whole process that you could be the actual agent there.
Is that
Because
right?
there is a way to do it.
Paul, you too tough.
Oh, no, since you are a California licensee, they just give it to you. You don't have to take it.
You have to show your paperwork.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, in Georgia?
Georgia.
Really? That's amazing.
It's reciprocal.
Yeah, there's
Only that state.
I don't know what other state, but I knew Georgia.
Yeah. All right, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, great. Right there.
Oh,
I did find this place.
Oh, from Aruba.
All right, guys, anybody else?
One last thing, Rodney, if anybody wants to hold an open house on Encino, let me know.
Okay. A house?
Okay, Saturday,
I'll talk to you.
I'm gonna do Sunday, so, but if anybody wants to do Saturday, they can.
And tell us
And
about the
then
house
next
again.
weekend,
What is it? A 3 and
oh,
4?
Encino's 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,160 square feet, at the corner of Valley Vista and Newcastle, south of Ventura Boulevard.
Uh-huh.
It needs to be updated and work done to it, but, you know, not very much for sale around there.
How much?
665, and we do have flexibility.
Okay, Dan.
But we basically are high to scare the investors away.
Okay. All right, guys, well, we got a celebrity among us, you know, one of our own. Mr. Paul, you gonna come today and talk to us? Yeah, let's give Paul a big hand. Paul is the man, you know. He's the broker. But before you come, Paul, we're gonna let Mel introduce you.
Oh, everybody knows who Paul is.
Okay, thank you. All right, guys.
Have any of you call, try expires or for sale by owners?
I've been doing just what you told me, Paul.
Oh, can you share some results?
Yes, I got a listing from it, I took the scripts that you had given us the last time you were here. If you were to go in my office, I got them up on my wall so I can read them. I go over my scripts every day for about 15 minutes. And,
I hear him in his office, you guys are him. This
and I got,
guy is all day doing real estate, working his business.
and I got a listing from it.
On
And I
fire.
got both sides of the sale, so I sold it, listed it and sold it.
What was the lead? I mean, from expired or?
This was from the notice of default.
This is default.
I get leads for expired, FISBOs, and NODs, all from the same service,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So it was a short sale.
Yes, it was. That's exactly right.
Okay, good.
Let me just say this, but Rodney's being a little bit modest. Some things happen to Rodney, and it's really good. I will tell you that Rodney has been in the office at 7 o'clock in the morning, and he's not leaving until 7 o'clock at night. And he has a goal of making at least 260 calls a week. So he is very driven, and the only thing that takes him off his game is when he has to go service the client. And as a result, how many you have 2 properties in Gardena that's going to close soon,
Yeah, 2 escrows. We had just opened the escrow with the one I just told you about.
right?
Altadena.
And the Altadena one was because you were doing the cold call, right? Right? And he had competition with other agents too.
Right.
Other agents who were trying to undermine him for getting that listing, but through his hard work and God's grace, he got the listing. He represents the buyer and the seller on a duplex listing. What's the price? What's the value of the property?
Well, I sold it for $535.
$535. So you got both sides of the transaction, right?
That's exactly right.
That's like selling something for over $1 million, Rodney.
That's right.
I think so.
That's right. So, Paul, thank you for helping us, and Rodney, thank you for taking it to another level. How about it for Rodney?
Excellent. I just want to hear a little more, about your experience and what was
Right.
hard and what was good and all that. I mean, if you can share. Okay, let me ask you guys this. What did you were calling the LD,
Right.
What else did you call?
Well, this is what I do. Like I said, the service I get, Paul supplies me with expired FISBOs, NODs. So I start off just like you said, going over the script and just call. And so again, I get to say something, sometimes I get through 1 line of the script, sometimes I get through 2 or 3 lines of the script, And then again, I always try to get the appointment, like you said, you trying to always close. And again, that's what happened on that one listing. So again, I don't know the last time you was here was what, a month and a half ago? So in a month and a half ago of practicing your scripts and doing what you said, got me a listing out of it.
Excellent. I just want to check on the, for the source of those calling that we can call.
Yeah.
First will be expired, right? And for sale by owners.
Right.
But there are so few, especially this market right now today.
Yeah.
If you really want to call expires, it's only 3 or 4 a day. It depends on how far you want to cover. So there are only so few people, or for sale by owners, almost none.
Right.
So we have to expand other area too, which is like just listed and just sold. So I just want to show you how to do that. The first, I didn't put, okay, here. There's the title, just listed and just sold. How come this?
They're both just.
Just listed.
Okay, they're very same, they're pretty much same.
Which one do you want up? I'll put it up on the board.
Okay, this is what we do. I want you to, this is what I do. I call expires, I say, and get the listing right away. And then after I get the listing, I call just listed around that house. I call like, 100 phone numbers and just call them all, right? And then after about the close, I just call them again, just sold script. So there are only one line different. Okay, let's do this. I just listed, this is listed script. I just listed a home for sale over on Main Street. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it's listed at 5. And I was wondering, who do you know that would like to move into our area? That's the just listed script. And just sold script is, hi, my name is Paul, and I'm calling all the homeowners building in the morning. Okay, no. I just sold a home over on Main Street. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and we just closed the escrow for like $599. And I know someone sells their home, 2 or 3 neighbors sold theirs right away. So I'm just curious, when do you plan on moving? Same thing. And the rest of the scripts are same. Okay? So the question you might have is, I don't have a listing. I don't have any sold in that area. This is what you do. Take any listing. Doesn't matter, our company's listing or anybody else. Take any listing. I don't even know the listing agent anyway. But I just call I do the same thing. We just listed a home over on Main Street. You are safe because we are agents. We all workers.
Even if it's not your listing.
No, it doesn't matter. We just listed a home on Main Street, right? And we just closed an escrow in your neighborhood. So this is, you can do virtually anywhere. Let's say there's a spot, an area that you want to go into. Just, call the number, call directory. That's the company who provides phone numbers. Now they have a new service. They can give you phone numbers, but now they can give you cell phone numbers too. And the cell phone number,
Is that website?
I think you do that website. Call directly. I think that this company is like over 30 or 40 years, right? You guys all know. Right?
Oh,
Yeah, it used to be a book.
Right.
The AIM.
Yeah.
Call directory.
Call directory. So they will sell you cell phone numbers and or phone numbers. So you will have two files of one area that you want to call. And then, like Rodney did, just call them all. And pick any listing. That's the answer. Any listing, and we just change I to B. We just list it. Okay. Let me give you one more tip the script that I'm using, that I created and I'm using right now, because sometimes, normally I just list it, just so, and then when I'm tired, I just change my script a little bit. Hi, my name is Paul. Call anybody, because sometimes I'm tired to do some research even before my calls. I have to pull the MLS and the address, and I have to have some knowledge of that problem, right? Because people ask, Paul, how big is that? What was they ask all kinds of questions. I need to hire that. So I just, like I said, I have the phone numbers, any area, and I say, I'm reaching out. I'm reaching out into the neighbors because I put all this, I don't memorize them all. I just put them like this, on the wall. So let me read it. I just read it as well. I'm specialized selling homes in this area, and I'm reaching out into the neighbors around Main Street, and I'm not sure if you are aware of this, but did you know that the neighborhood that you live in having a 22.8% increase in price in the last year and a half? Did you know that? And they said yes or no. Yes, it is one of the hottest area around, and at the same time, I've noticed that the number of listings are 10-year low. So, I felt obligated to reach out to everybody and anybody that may want to sell their home, because this is the best time I've ever seen. When do you plan on moving? So what I'm doing here is, you can create your own script. And I'm just trying this script because I wanted to try. When you say that statistics, right? Have you noticed that the area that you live in had a 22.8% increase in price in the last year and a half? They think that you are professional because it sounds professional. And don't use 22%. Use 22.1%. Like point, right? Make it more. But yeah, and also when you do this, especially numbers over the phone, you need to slow the numbers, like really slow. Otherwise, it just goes by. So you cannot get effect that. So very slow. And then also I say, the inventory in your neighborhood is 10-year low. Did you know that? So this whole market creates perfect negotiating, advantage as a seller. So if they say no, I'm not planning, then you can ask before you hang up. You can ask. You can jump into this script. If they say no, then you can ask how long have you been, how long have you lived this address and where did you move from? All these questions, and then if you notice that this guy is not moving at all, then before you hang up, ask one more question. You must know someone. Who do you know who need to take advantage of the market as a seller right now? Yeah, don't hang up before you ask this question, because you get problems from that, right? So this is so I just covered just listed, just sold, and just market update it's called, right? So you can try any of this. I mean, you have all the tools. And I just want to briefly share with you the 3 advantages of having scripts. These are also 3 techniques you can. Also, these are 3 advantages and 3 techniques that you can get good result from prospecting. Number 1, you need to know how to keep the prospect on the phone. Okay, that's our objective. Right. Number 2, find their motivation. And number 3, use the motivation to close for the appointment. So number 1, to keep the prospect on the phone. We need to know how to handle the reflex no. It's the same thing, the reflex no. Okay. So it's nothing, when they say no, right? When you ask, when do you plan on moving? And they say, no, I'm not planning on moving. Actually, it is nothing more than a knee-jerk reaction that we all have. So you go to the mall and you want to buy a gift for your husband or wife, and the salesperson approaches and say, how can I help you? And you say, no, I'm just looking. But you're there to, to buy something. So you need to go over. So this is the examples for inspires. When you say, I was doing my daily research to all my buyers this morning, and I just find out your home, your listing, just finished it last night. So I was wondering, when do you plan on living your wife to try to stay in your home? They say, no. But did you call Inspires?
Yes.
Okay, can you share their reactions?
Well, in all honesty, I get a lot of quick no's, and a lot of times people will hang up on you right away.
Uh-huh.
And then, I also have a lot of people right now who have told me, Rodney, call me in another month. Rodney, call me in 2 months, sometime in the summer. So I got a lot of leads in my pipeline also, okay? Because again, you will find that people will talk, and like I said, I can get through maybe 4 or 5 questions in the script. And then, I don't think the script is per se to ask them every question on there, but to try to find, like you said, whether or not they are motivated.
Right.
Again, did they have a bad experience, good experience with maybe their last agent, why it didn't sell type of thing. So I've engaged with a lot of people when I call them, okay? The only thing I would say that I heard from you today that I don't do is I don't ask for the referrals.
Right.
And that's one of the things now I feel like I'm gonna have to start trying to do.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when people get ready to hang up on you, even before I start going through what all this teaching, people may talk to you about somebody else if they knew somebody else rather than themselves.
Okay.
They might be going to say, yeah, I know somebody, but I haven't done that as much as I need to.
Right. The one that hung up on you, do you call him back?
I do not call them back. If I call someone and they hang up right away, I will call back and see if there was a connection problem or something like that, But if somebody's hanging up on me, I move on to the next, That's just how
Since
I do it.
I was looking for your reflex note, but it's okay.
Right.
I appreciate you share.
I'm good.
Just before I move on, when they hang up on me, I call them back.
Call him back.
Yeah, and I said, oh, I'm sorry, my line was disconnected. And if they really hung up, it was them, then they will hang up on you again. And then I call them back after lunch. Because my goal is this, I need to find out what their plan. My goal is what, because they didn't give it to me. Or they hung up or they say something else and I could not get the answer. Then my job is to get that. Until I get that, I cannot move on. There's still a lead. So because the expires are so low, you can do that now. You can call after lunch and evening too. Until you find out really their motivation, their real motivation, or they're going to do it or not. But let me just go on.
Paul, before you move on, can I ask you were giving 3 reasons on the phone. You say keep the prospect on the phone, find out their motivation. What was the third thing?
The third thing was to use the motivation to close for the appointment.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm still with the keep the prospect on the phone. When they give you the reflex no, normally what they say is, no, we change our mind and we decide not to sell. What would you say? Most people just, okay, hang up. But do we know, right? I mean, we don't know anything about these people. So you can go and say, oh, good for you. You decide to stay. I'm curious. Where will you move into if your home actually got sold when you put it in the market? Okay? So I just want to keep them on the phone and engage with them by asking questions. And how to do that? Repeat, approval, and ask the next question. This is what exactly do when friends are talking. When I talk to my friend, if my friend just is telling me, oh, I just bought a car, what do I say? Oh, you just bought a car. What kind of car? And then he said, oh, it's a BMW. BMW? What kind of BMW? This is how the friends are talking. When you are saying, on the phone, when the person says, oh, I just bought a car, and then what I just did is repeat it. Oh, you just bought a car, right? Oh, BMW, right? So I repeat that. What does that show?
Their attention is
Interesting, right? And yeah, that shows your interest in it, and that you're listening to them, right? So that's how you engage. So what I just did is this. Oh, good for you. You decide to stay, right? And then you ask next question. The reflex note in other form is, oh no, we're going back to the same agent. What would you say?
Oh, you go back to San Diego.
Yes, yeah, exactly, that's it. Let me share what I know, what I used to do, years. This is how I learned hard way. I said, oh really? This is what I said, used to say, oh really? Do you really think that the agent did their best? Try their best to sell your home? And then they go, yes. I think so. I think they did their best to try to sell your home. What do you think that the person will do differently this time? What can you think that he will do differently? There's no answer. You need an agent like myself with a new, fresh approach and with some new context. But it didn't work. Let me tell you this. This is bad answer that I used to say. You cannot keep them over the phone a long time when you say this. Yeah. So no, don't do this. You cannot engage with them by saying this. What you say is exactly that's the right way. Oh, you are going back to the same agent. Good for you. If you sold this home, what area you want to move up to? Just, approve, repeat, approve, and ask next question. Okay? This is the hard work that I made many mistakes. Okay? And the third one is, oh, we already interviewed agents and we made up our money. What would you say?
Oh, you've interviewed many agents and you made up your mind. That's great.
That's the next question, right? Okay, that's it. Really, it's simple.
You give me a chance.
Yeah, it's a simple, and just ask next question. And let's move on.
So how would you open the door in that situation to them interviewing you also?
Oh,
Like if they say, like, oh, I've already interviewed agents.
you did. Good for you.
Uh-huh.
So if you sold this home, what area you want to move up to? And then you're kind
And then you say, oh, so I want to go to Simi Valley.
Simi Valley, that's exciting. Are you getting closer to your family, or is your new job takes you there? What's the situation?
Closer, moving closer to my family.
Awesome. So when do you plan to move, Simi Valley?
Next 3 months, 3-4 months.
3-4 months. Wow, excellent. In this market, it takes 1 to 3 months to get a home sold. Did you know that?
Yeah, I don't know what I would say. To
Yeah. So that's exactly why we should get together today.
Yeah,
Does 3 o'clock work for you or 4?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you
whatever
just
they,
say to that point where they say, oh, like where they hesitate a little bit that they don't know the answer, and then you say, oh, that's why we need to meet,
yes.
right? So the goal is get them to hesitate
To give you an appointment.
Right.
to get the appointment that, hey, you
Yeah.
need the information I
Let
can
me
give.
show you what I just did.
Uh-huh.
Number 2 was find their motivation.
Right,
You need to find their motivation by asking where are you moving to, when do you want to be there, why do you want to go there, right? Once you get their motivation, it's easy. It's done.
right,
Because you're telling me all your plans.
right,
Now you cannot say no.
Right.
Because I'm trying to help you
exactly.
to accomplish your goal. So number 2, finding their motivation. So the majority of people are, we talk to over the phone. Are they upfront and open? No. No, they're not. So there are many people that are saying that we were testing the market and all that. The most cases, they are pretty guarded about their motivation. They don't want to tell you. So let's think about this for a second. In the case of expiry, do you believe someone will sign a contract for 6 months and agree to pay the commissions thousands of dollars without any plan where to go next? That doesn't make sense, right? So if they're giving you that kind of answer, that's not true. So you need to go further. So, one study shows that one of the most stressful things that a person can go through is number one, death of the loved one. Number two, divorce. Number three, guess what? Moving.
Actually, number 2 and number 3 need to be switched. If you make it through escrow, your marriage will last.
We hope.
Yeah. So, our job is to find their motivation, The great salespeople will ask the same question in different ways until they get the answer they need. That's what exactly you do with the script. Actually, they are asking the same thing, same question, but in different ways. Like you can say, if it was a expired that you're talking to, you can say, I'm looking at the pictures on the MLS, and what do you think stops your home from selling? I really like that question because that opens up
More conversation.
the conversation. And they say, what, we have a lot of showings, but we just decide not to sell and stay. And then you can just keep asking, if your home actually got sold, what will you?
What was your plan? Yeah.
And then it says, oh,
Yeah.
let's say someone, okay, how much is your commission?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
That's a really good question. I appreciate that you brought that up.
right,
I know you want the most of the money in your pocket, right?
okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm going to discuss with you when I get there. Is that okay? So when can I meet you?
Because I already interviewed about five agents.
Yes.
One agent gave me 4.5%.
Okay, awesome. Good. So yes, like I said, I totally understand that you want to put the most money in your pocket, right?
Right.
That's what I'm here for. So let's discuss the first thing that we met. Okay? So is today work or tomorrow better for you?
Tomorrow.
Excellent. You don't handle commission.
Although, do you find, Paul, that in your, like someone who goes to the trouble of interviewing many agents,
Yeah.
I think that the underlying, in my experience anyway, and what Mel and I have worked on, I think the underlying motivation is not necessarily less money out of pocket. I think it's that they really want the best agent for the job.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that when you go in
Mhm.
with that mindset of paying commission, sometimes it's not necessary because maybe that person,
Yeah.
Because they've interviewed several people, they're not necessarily
Exactly.
after the reduced commission. They're after the best service.
Exactly.
And they understand they have to
Yeah.
pay for it, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's so much true. So when I handle like this, and when I really get to meet them, that never comes up. It doesn't come up.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, on occasion it does, right? I
It
know
does.
that sometimes
It does.
people, that is the underlying
Usually-
motivation. But if a seller goes to the trouble of interviewing several agents,
Uh-huh.
chances are it's not really about lowest commission.
Right, exactly. So we are going to practice how to handle those objections.
objections.
You need to have at least 2 or 3 handlers per each objections.
Right.
So you need to really have them. So I was talking about finding their motivation. So just use a script and find and keep asking the same question and find out their motivation. You can say, when you sell it, are you staying in the same area or you want to go, are you moving out of state? Or if it is investment property, when you sell it, do you want to reinvest in another state or do you want to cash out? Right? So, and then number 3, how to use motivation to close for an appointment. Because remember that prospecting on the phone, your only one objective is to set up an appointment and meet face to face. That's it. You don't want to handle objections, you don't want to handle or do the contract with the phone. Or qualifying. Qualifying is next step. Okay, you set up the appointment first, and then you qualify. Okay, I found out that's the best way, because if your mind are so consumed about thinking, qualifying this person and trying to set up an appointment, handle their objections, doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so set up the appointment first, and then you can qualify later. When you try to set up an appointment without knowing their motivation, I'm doing number 3. How to make an appointment by using motivation. When you're trying to set up an appointment without knowing their motivation, you will find out yourself that you're repeating yourself. Like, let me show you how I can get your home sold. Or let me show you how I can help you get a top dollar. Right? Or you might say, I've sold 20 homes this year and I can sell yours too. But the problem with these are that you just sound like all other untrained agents that were calling them. And number 2, actually, the selling of a home at the end is ultimately simply a step to get, what they want, right? They want something else by selling the home, right? So you really need to focus what they want. So you might, this is an example. This is what you can say. What's the best time to meet today at 4 or 5 for you? So then try to close it. And then if you have any resistance from them, now it's time to mention their motivation. So you can say, what would be a good time to spend 15 minutes together so I can show you how you can get out of your bad loan, maybe. Or what would be the best time to meet together so I can show you
How to get closer to your family, or how to.
exactly
Yeah.
help you to get to Texas closer to your grandchildren. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, what time can we get together so I can help you to get a single-story home so you don't have to deal with these stairs anymore? Use their emotion. So they move. They actually.
How do you handle this call? If, let's say, you went for an interview for a month, and then the person says, let's say 379.
379, the price?
She says, no, I want 395.
Okay.
How do you handle that kind of work?
Oh,
And they kept insisting. I said, no, it should be this. And they kept insisting, no, I want that price, 399. How do you handle
do you believe your price? In other words, did you do all your
Yeah,
research?
price, 399.
Did you show the comps to them?
You have to show it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they said yourself 279, but they want 20,000 more, okay? And you say, okay, well, should be 279.
Okay,
But
Virgil.
you keep insisting.
When you see all these other homes are selling 375, and now you want 390.
You want sub-zero doesn't matter.
So Virgil, what do you think? Why do you think that your home is worth $25,000 more than your neighbors?
Well, my house is more whatever,
More what?
I put this, I put that, so it's more.
Awesome. Yes, I see them. So you put this and you put that. All homes need carpet, right? All homes need the roof, right? So in other words, you brought your home up to selling standard. Is that right?
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yes. So what's exactly different? Your home is different from the other homes.
Well, I don't have idea about the same, but this is my price, so no matter what.
Okay.
My price.
Okay. I can show you. I can do a whole listing presentation, maybe next time, because many other factors affect the price and how to handle the price objection. But what I'm trying to do is take the client to a logical stage, right? In logic. So, and then if you try that, it's your call. Either
Well, this is what I do.
not.
But this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I said, okay, I'll take you to 99, you know, right? But let's see, the first 3 to 4 weeks is most critical
Mhm.
of marketing for house. So after that 3 to 4 weeks doesn't sell, we're worried.
That's good strategy, but
That's right.
get the price reduction there,
Exactly. Yeah.
there, get side, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
set it up
good idea.
ahead of time, like, okay, if we don't get your price in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. So any questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to find out, Paul, do
Yeah.
you, at the end of the day, after all the people you talk to, are you forwarding letters, sending out any letters, any thank you letters to anyone? Do you do that also? Like you talk to somebody and they told you what their real estate plans are, and then you find out that again, they gonna maybe talk to you or let you talk to them later on, or another day, a couple months, whatever. Would you send them out a thank you letter?
No, just follow up. If they say, oh, can you call me in 2 months? I call them in 1 month, I just cut it in half.
But no thank you letters go out from you at all.
Well, I try to create urgency.
Yeah.
And try to meet them right away.
Okay.
Or even if they say like 2 weeks later, I try to set an appointment in 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah, oh, let's schedule it now.
Yeah, schedule it now, then I will confirm with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't give you the appointment, then you have to follow up.
Right.
Yeah, I think it depends. If they want to
Mhm.
see something, if they ask you, oh, buddy, can you send me your card?
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Because you're calling like, all day long. There's so many people, so many leads, but they're not doing that just yet.
Like I
You
said.
cannot keep on send them.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
You guys have any questions before we close this out? He's closing out.
And what's your call day like, Paul? You early in the morning till afternoon, or
You know, it's traffic. Yeah, because of traffic, notice I get there day after.
Right.
So I call Inspire first. Yeah, I call Inspire first.
Uh-huh.
And on my database, because I shared this with you last time, I want to talk with them 4 times a year.
Right.
So I have 600 in my database divided by 4.
Times 4.
Times
Divided by 4.
Divide them by-
Hold on, sorry.
Call them 4
No,
times a
times
year.
4, because you call them 4 times.
Times 4.
So that's 2,400 a quarter,
That's 2,400 calls you gonna make.
every 3 months.
But, no, I'm sorry. 600 for 3 months, 1 quarter,
600.
I work, how many days? 20 days per month, 60 days, right?
Right.
So I need to talk to at least 10 people every day.
Okay.
Right, 600, I
Yeah.
see, yeah, because 600 every 3 months,
Right.
right? 2,400 in a year.
Right.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do is just, either you can do this, like, 10 every day,
Right.
or whatever you could like, or you just call them like a week and then do something else.
Yeah.
I try to call 20 a day,
Yeah.
20 of my database every day.
Okay, gotcha.
So I finish up earlier in the quarter. And then after that, I call just listed. So
You got Tom Ferry, they say you do the 5-5-4 every day. You a ferry guy, right?
554.
5,
Like a
five,
different Ferry,
five.
like his brother.
It's his son.
So,
He's a Mike Ferry guy, right?
I'm 30, I think it was.
And I'm a Tom Ferry, more like Tom
Nice.
Ferry.
all right, guys. So Paul, thank you so much for taking your time to meet with us. Excellent. All right.
today, man. Keep coming.
Yeah.